Now that all of the cats except one are gone, I can start turning the cat house into what it was always meant to be, which was a storage shed. And I've decided to make it my hurricane evacuation bug out shed. In other words, stuff that we would need to consider if we were bugging out for a hurricane, natural disaster, or staying in and dealing with some sort of natural disaster. What I want to talk about today is my heating system, my alternative heating system. And the reason I did this is an impromptu video, and there'll probably be a few of those short burst type videos as I pull things out and move them around. So these are my propane heaters. They run off of this type of propane right here, the little bottles. And there are devices you can buy that will make them run off the larger. And I think I actually have bought that, but I haven't set it up yet. But I've pulled these from 3 different storage places. And while I didn't intend to, I've done a long-term study on different methods of storage. Now this little buddy over here, I think that's what it's called, it was just in an open air shed, and while it starts fine, you can see some sort of little mud dauber has gotten into all the screw holes, and that didn't hurt it. I've already tested it and it started fine. Now these two were kept in a hotter but more secure storage shed. This one I wrapped in plastic because I didn't want dirt daubers getting to it. This one I wanted to wrap in plastic, and at the time didn't have a plastic bag and then forgot to do it. Happily, I don't see where anything's gotten to it. But what we're going to do is we're going to test all these, make sure they all work, and then I'm going to wrap all of them in plastic as they take their new home here in the old cat house. Alright, so I've turned out the lights so that you can see. With each of these, I had to do the same thing. The thermocoupling works, but the pilot seemed a little weak. It was sparking, but it wasn't getting the fuel enough to get the pilot lit. So I had to help it out with the lighter, which is okay. I got it done. I think it just needed to be cleaned out a little bit and burned. I'm going to exercise these a little bit and let them run a few minutes. Something that I haven't done, I guess I haven't used these in 2 years. The year that it was real, maybe 3, that it was real cold and our power went out. And down here in Florida, there's not a lot of need for these. I've got probably everything I'm going to need for a while, and it's not something I will need often, which kind of makes it more important for me to pull them out and exercise them and inspect them. Those of you who live farther north, that power outages in the winter are a more common thing, and a real winter as opposed to what we have down here. You may want to have more and inspect yours. Well, you probably use yours more than I inspect mine. And that's my fault. Anyway, going to test the other one, and then I'm going to let them cool down. I have empty bottles that I keep in them, and the reason I do that is I want to make sure that nothing can get up into the orifices and clog it. So I keep a bottle in them, an empty bottle, and then I'm going to wrap them all in plastic and leave them here in the old converted cat house. All right, thanks for watching.